Hey everyone, true story. I just spent the last 15 minutes creating a tutorial and I forgot to hit record. So let's do this again. If I sound a little bit agitated while I'm doing this, please, it's not towards you, it's towards myself for not hitting the record button. So note to self and note to you, always hit the record button when you are recording for a class. So this is the first time I'm using this video picture-in-picture thing, and I gotta say, it does feel a tad weird, but hey, we got to try new things. If the last couple of years taught us anything, it's we got to try new things, folks. So this is an introduction to your first assignment in international business. If this works out well and I enjoy doing this, maybe you'll see my face doing some notes and presentations down the road. So as you see in this assignment, you have 6 options. You're going to be creating a presentation. I'm going to talk about your options for that in just a moment, but your 6 options are below, and you'll find this once I make the assignment tab available to you. You'll be able to see this assignment. So trade has more advantages than disadvantages for Canada. A second option is the counter argument. It actually has more disadvantages. A third option for your project is international trade benefits our country more than the United States, and you'll look at our relationship with the US, but also international trade agreements that we have with other countries or trading blocs. Option 4 is to actually look at the United States as having more benefits than Canada using the same criteria. 5 and 6 are also related. International trade is imperative to improving quality of life for our citizens globally, or the counter argument is it actually lowers the quality of life for our global citizens. So you choose only one of those topics. One of those topics, and that's going to be your presentation. Now, you might be saying to yourself, I hate doing presentations. It's a common thing I hear in my classes. But don't worry, my friends, I have 2 options for you. When we talk about making a presentation, here are the options you have. Option 1 is you can create a presentation, a physical presentation that you use a software of your choice. So you can use Google Slides, or you can use PowerPoint, which sounds kind of old, but the new PowerPoint is actually pretty cool and really intuitive. So as you're building a presentation, if you put international business, it'll actually come up with suggested videos and looks for the presentation. So the design option on the new PowerPoint is super cool. You can use Canva, use whatever you want. So in option 1, you're building a physical presentation using your class notes, and you can read the rest. This is what you're going to do, but please note this. You don't need to provide an audio or video file for this. You are just submitting your presentation. So the software that you're doing, please download it as a PDF and submit it to D2L, by the way. It just makes it so much easier for me to be able to review. All right, so another option is you can share it to my email, which I will add to the bottom of this somewhere. You'll have instructions for that. So the template you're going to use, or the format you're going to use, it's going to be the same with every single presentation you might do for me in this class, or if I have the pleasure of teaching you in the future. You're always going to do this. You're going to have a title slide. It's going to introduce your topic and obviously have your name on it. You're then going to have a slide that introduces or describes what you will be talking about. So if you chose, let's say you chose option 1, you would say this presentation is going to look at the many advantages that trade has for Canada's, along with some of the disadvantages and some of the recommendations for Canada going forward. Nice and simple. That's all you're going to say. Nothing more. I don't want an essay in any of your slides. This is a slideshow. It's a visual medium. I want you guys to get to the point in bullet points, get all of your data in. Please do not write an essay. I'm not interested in reading an essay. You can do those in your grade 12 English classes. So back to the presentation. I've done my title slide. I've done a quick introduction. Now I want to do a background, and that background in this case will include things like our gross domestic product, GDP, GDP per capita, major trading partners, major industries in Canada. What we're doing, and you'll do those in, I would suggest, 2 to 3 slides. What you're doing is you are establishing yourself as an expert. So you're not doing recommendations, or you're not really getting into the meat of your research here. You're just simply establishing yourself as an expert. Whenever you do a presentation, whatever that presentation's on, you want to establish yourself as an expert to your audience, because then you have credibility in the rest of your presentation. And when you are trying to convince your audience of an opinion or of a way of thinking, you want to establish yourself as an expert. So once you've done that, so 2 to 3 slides on background, then you're going to get into your research. I'm suggesting 3 to 4 slides on your research, and you can detail that research based on categories. So maybe talking about major Canadian industries that benefit from trade or whatever it is you might see. 3 to 4 slides where you are getting into your research online. And then finally, if you are making a recommendation, sometimes a presentation requires or suggests a recommendation. Do that on your final slide, or draw a conclusion, just like in an essay, a concluding paragraph. But in this case, a couple of points will do. And then what I didn't add was a works cited, so I'll add that right now. There we go. Look at this. Editing in motion. Please use MLA format. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Okay, so that's option one. You're going to build a presentation for me, a physical presentation slideshow that you're going to submit. Again, please submit it in PDF format. So depending on the program you're on, usually it's just file, download as PDF, and then that's the file you're going to submit to me. Option two, you don't feel like actually putting a presentation together. You feel like making a presentation. In this case, you're going to create a video of yourself or an audio recording if you want of your presentation. So you're still going to go through and do the same research. You might create a Google Doc with your research and some talking points so that you can then make a presentation in video or audio format using the same criteria as above. So you're going to introduce your topic, you're going to give some background information, you're going to talk about your research, etc. As a guideline, I would say 5 to 10 minutes is where you might be shooting for this first project. If you get into 30 minutes, full disclosure, I'm not listening to it. I'm a busy person and I have no interest in listening to a 30-minute presentation, and you also probably have no interest in making a 30-minute presentation. If you do a 1-minute presentation, your mark's going to suck, and you know that. So this is a 4M class. Let's shoot for 5 to 10 minutes using the criteria above as discussed. In this case, you don't need to submit a written presentation. It's a video or audio file you will do. And you know what? Let's call an audible. You have an option to do both. If you are comfortable, actually, you want to build a slideshow and then make that presentation using this silly little face thing that I'm doing right now, fill your boots, do that. I'm cool with that as well. What I want at the end of the day is for you to create a product that you are comfortable with. So you've got a choice of 6 topics, only do one of them, and then either create a physical presentation, do an audio or video file, or if you're in the mood, you can kind of combine both and submit that. So that is assignment number 1, everyone. Good luck with it. You've got a few days to work on it. You'll see the due date shortly as I make it active. And as always, shoot me an email if you have any questions. I'm here to help you through this. If you can't find some research even, you can say, I'm having trouble finding some stuff. Can you help me? And I'm here to support. All right, cheers, everyone. Have a great day, and good luck with this one.